EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Ready. Liking 18. Ready.
Looking to throw. Tunnel. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Okay,
they got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Count. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Tunnel. He finds his man. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fields. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Off the play fake. Tuttle. They'll roll him out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, go.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 24-yard line.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Throw left side, there's London. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Tuttle. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said. Brute strength, force of will.
19, 16 average, 60 back, Warriors, 17.
From the gun, it's Shadur. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
Here's Sanders. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Sanders. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards.
You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at
Hold
the
the check.
50-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 1st down, Fields. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they go. It's Fields. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Falcons 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Lions. Go.
Throwing, Sanders. So nothing doing there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Pat the 50, pat the 50.
Sanders to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-17.
Falcons 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tuttle going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On play action, here's Shadur. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sanders going to throw again. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Tuttle. He's got his man. It's White. Down the right sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Falcons 24.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Play action. It's Sanders. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and now long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the tour bus. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. James Pierce just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Tuttle. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
From the gun on third down. Tuttle. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
19, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Sanders. And a dump off here to Robinson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
60 Bison, 60, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 76.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go now. 18.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fields. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Tunnel. And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2.
Come on. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, 47 yards. And the Steelers had 6 to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
From the shotgun, Sanders.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taking it about the 16. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Steelers are pouring it on.
Extra point put through by Boswell.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Go.
To throw is Sanders.
This one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
19-18.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Back to throw. Sanders. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This pass is caught by London. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, 28 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fields. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down. Tunnel. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Back to 60. Back to 60. 70 Lions. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got London on a slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers' 45-yard
Cougar
line.
19.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 40-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. To throw now. Here's Sanders. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ready?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Running
game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Fields. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Okay,
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. As Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 66. Falcons 31.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Okay, ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. complete second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Bronco 80.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Now inside the 25. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Falcons, 38.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go, shot.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Go.
Right back to him on first down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Cowboys. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fields. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
70, hot 70.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.